Namaskar, Amar Bondhura. I hope you're all well. Thanks for checking out my progress video, Amar Pidio. In this video, you're going to see some clips from the last couple of weeks or months. So let's just jump right in. So I'm coming back to it after quite a long break after moving house and so on. So I've done a bit of revision of all of these different things. And I just realized I'm taking this in portrait mode, which isn't great for YouTube. But anyway, I'm doing these exercises at the minute, and the one I'm on now is fairly straightforward. In the following sentences, the words have been jumbled up and you need to put them in the correct order. And I've just got one wrong. So I was on number 4, Noi Amar Kolum Da, and I thought it was Amar Kolum Da Noi. But that's wrong. But I'm wondering, I looked at the answer at the back and it said it was wrong. So here we are. Amar Golum Da Noi. But apparently it's Golum Da Amar Noi. So I need to redo that one. But yeah, getting back to it after quite a long break is a bit tricky. I read through a ton of the chapters before just to remember what all of these different things were. I have been trying to use them in everyday speaking as much as I can. So basically, if I know how to say something in Bengali, I do try to say it, but there's just a lot of different things that I've kind of forgotten. So I'm getting back into it. One of the problems with taking a bit of a break to move house and stuff is that I did these exercises ages ago about big, small, old, new, blah, blah, blah. And now I can't remember the words for them. So I think I need to start a glossary at the end of every unit, writing down the new words that I've learned so that I can revise them. Also, something that's really annoying about this book is that there's a lot of mistakes in these exercises. So for example, sharta, that word doesn't exist. There isn't an R in it. And then if you go to the key at the back of the book that tells you how to write this 11th answer, it writes it incorrectly. It writes S-A-T-T-A, whereas it should be the S-A and then the double hard T symbol. Yeah, it's wrong. And then in this, there should be a space in between these. So it's just, there's quite a few mistakes in this book, and it's kind of really annoying me, because when you're trying to learn this and you check the answers at the back and stuff doesn't match up. And I was Googling this word while I was doing the exercise because it wasn't in the glossary at the back, and Google was telling me I was wrong, and I'm like, I'm not wrong, it's S-A-R-T-T-A. I'm now doing this one, brown fruit and vegetables. So I read through that took quite a long time because I had to keep flicking to the back, the dictionary, the glossary, and see what the words meant. But I did pretty well. I'm fairly pleased with how well I did. So now I've just read through this. One thing I did like learning about was tea, because I'd read tea and then I was told that it's ta and tea isn't really used, and I'm like, nah, I've seen tea used quite a lot, tea I should say. And finally I get to the page in the book that explains that it is the diminutive form of the article. So it was nice to finally learn about that. I've done indefinite article and now I'm just about to do numbers. So I know my numbers up to 20. But yeah, let's see how we get on here. And now I'm gonna have a go at the exercise, which is using pictures as a guide. Answer the following questions, making sure that you use the same form of the article with the number as is used with the interrogative. Remember the special forms for dui, teen, char, da, and remember that measurements require no article. Example: Kota kolom, pachta kolom, koti mei. So it said in the previous page, the diminutive form of the article is used for people unless you wish to be rude. And then later it says that ta is used for people, and that's fine. So I'm not sure what answer they're looking for here, but my guess would be that you can say Dinte me or Dinti me koto taka. Taka meaning money, rupees. And this is doshta taka, I think. I need to check these at the end. Korta dim, joita dim, I think. Joita. Koto kilo chal. So how many kilos of uncooked rice, because as we know, cooked rice is pat. And this is one, which is I think you can say 80 kilo chal. I don't know if you'd say acta kilo chal. Ko chamoch chini. Ko. Oh, that I think is a short and potentially formal way of saying koto. Chamoch. Chamocho. I've not come across that word before. Chini, I think I know. I'm gonna have to look this up. Chamoch? Spoon. Okay, could have guessed that, but wanted to be sure. And chini? Chini. I don't see chini here. The word is not in the glossary. Okay, so I've had a look and chini is not in the glossary, so I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna guess it's a word that goes with spoon, like teaspoon or dessert spoon. That's probably wrong, but my answer is gonna be tuto chamoch chini. Koto gram makum. Makun. I don't know why today I'm confusing my N's with my M's, my Na's with my Ma's. So that is makun, which must mean butter. So how many grams of butter? And it's, wait, what? 250? That can't be right. Is that 250? 250? How many grams of butter? But we've only learnt to number 10. So what does that mean? I don't know. The answer is I don't know. Ami Janina. I'll have to look that up. I've written my answers down here very quickly, which is why they're quite a bit messier and reflective of my normal English writing. The first one, Dinti me, and the answer was Dinti me. Number 2, Doshta taka, and the answer is, okay, you know what? So I was right the first time. You can see here that I've squeezed these two, and I initially just wrote dosh, and then when I after I did the next one, I was like, oh, I forgot to put the article at the end. So I was right the first time. You don't need to give the article for them all. And the weird thing is, intuitively, I knew that and wrote it the first time. But then I doubted myself, and then I added that in. Okay, I'll reread the chapter to understand why that was. Next up, Ami Likechi Choita Team. And the answer is, I feel like a game show host, Chota Team. Chota? Wait, what? I don't understand. 6 is Choi, but it just says Jota. Okay, maybe that's just something to remember, that 6 of something isn't Jota. It's just Jota. Sounds a bit like small. Joto. So that was wrong. And it was wrong because there's no Y. So I'll just scribble that out. Next up, Ami Likechi Ekta Kilo Chal. And the answer is, okay, so again, ak kilo chal. So they've left out the article, so you don't need that. So that'll be for the same reason that it was dosh daka, and so it's just like 10 rather than 10 with the article. Next up, I wrote duto chamoch chini. This word isn't in the glossary, so I don't know what it means. Okay, so it's okay. Wait, what? Do chamoch chini? Do just du? Because even the number 2 on its own is dui, and the e is missing. I need to check this, but it said in the chapter that it was always do, and that the number itself is dui, but it never explained why it would just be do. So I don't know where I was supposed to get that from, how I would know that if the book didn't say it. Another one I'm going to have to look into, but so far that is wrong. So it's just that. And lastly, Ami Likeji, Ami Janina. The real answer was obviously not Ami Janina. It is Ardai Shaw. Ardai Shaw. So it was supposed to be 250. No. The crucial dot, you can see I'm out of practice. Dot means it's an R. So, arai sho gram makon. Arai sho. So it was 250 grams of butter. And the book, as far as I remember, did not go above number 12. Oh! Is that because... Right, I think it might have explained... I need to go back here because I finished that one. I think it might have explained that other like ways of describing stuff, like 1.5, they can be different, like 2.5 or a quarter of a, I don't know. Let me see. Here we go. So there are special words for 1.5 and 2.5. So in the conversation above, 250 grams was arai gram. So is that 2.5 Okay, right, we got to the bottom of it. 250 grams is arai gram. Okay, good to know. I think I need to reread the chapter. Thanks for watching the progress update, and don't forget, if you want to see more content like this, to hit subscribe. Also, we're doing more fun content in the future about like Indian food and stuff like that, so subscribe if you want to check it out. Thanks. Answer the questions about the picture below of a room using prepositions near, below, above, on top of, to the left, to the right. You don't have to use atje. It can be left out of questions and statements containing a locative phrase.